Hello, I'm Kevin Benedict, Senior Analyst for Digital Transformation, reporting live this week from Barcelona, Spain.
Do I look handsome enough?
Yes, you do. As handsome as you can get. Okay, this is Kevin Benedict, Senior Analyst for Digital Transformation at Cognizant, and I have the pleasure of spending time today with Martin Heisig from SAP. Martin, why don't you share with the audience your title and the area of responsibility you have?
Yeah, Kevin. First of all, it's also a pleasure to talk to you, by the way. I'm Martin Heisig, working for SAP in we call infrastructure services. So I'm responsible for all infrastructure-related topics at SAP, coming from notebooks, desktops, smartphones, networks, data center servers, internal applications, but also the external cloud operations as well.
Got it. So SAP, I know, has written a lot and talked a lot about the fact that SAP runs SAP.
Yes.
And you have a lot of mobile devices. Do you have what's the latest number of mobile devices you're supporting today?
So we have roughly 70,000 mobile devices now out there. We have 72,000 employees. And we have, you know that we support all the different 4 platforms. So we have Apple iOS devices, we still have BlackBerry devices in our shop, we have Windows devices, and we have also Android devices out there as well.
So I imagine a lot of your clients will ask you, with that amount of numbers, you must be finding a lot of the challenges that they are likely to face themselves. So what advice would you give for a large enterprise with tens of thousands of deployments? What are the things they should prepare for and look at?
Yeah. First of all, I think for us internal was very important that the end user experience. I think people don't want to have 2 lives, right? They want to have a business life and a personal life. They still want to have one experience. So they want to have the same usability, what they use in their private life, also in the business life. So this is very important to have, at least for us, a certain choice, so that people can pick and choose what they really love to have. Another thing is then, of course, as an IT organization, security is super important. To really distinguish between personal data and business data is very important to really make sure that your data is always protected and safe. So this means end-to-end encryption, data protection on the mobile devices is super important for us, and as well as also managing this proactively. We are using, for example, Afaria, as you maybe know, as an SAP product, to manage all these devices across all the different platforms we support.
Got it. So, Martin, a lot of the largest companies are, in fact, global multinationals out there, and there's different requirements for different levels of security and privacy. How do you guys address that?
Yeah, first of all, we have regional policies, so we definitely need to reflect this. We have different ways how to deal with mobile devices, especially if you talk about bring your own device, which you also support. And this is certainly by country is different, right? So you need to somehow need to digest this and need to adapt to this as well.
Got it. So what have you found is kind of the biggest hurdle you guys have had to overcome with mobility?
Yeah, I think to really have an effective way how to separate personal data from business data is a challenge. So you need to have some containerized solutions to really make sure that your business data is really safe. Because what you don't want to see is something that you give your smartphone to your son or to your daughter, and they play around and then upload all your business contacts into Facebook. This is a nightmare. Nobody wants to see that, right? So this is, I believe, was the biggest challenge for us to really have a very nice strategy from a security point of view. At the end of the day, it's also important to have that kind of very easy to adjust for your end users, because it is complex, but it should be very simple for your end users. And this is more or less a stretch you have as an IT organization to make complicated things more simple for the end users.
Got it. So Martin, if I look at the booth right over here, I see augmented reality. I see over here a vending machine with the Internet of Things. Has SAP found a use for the Internet of Things within its own organization?
Not really in this augmented realities kind of thing. We still focus very much on analytics kind of things, and in the sales organization we support a lot, and service organization. We still also think about some nice applications for internal use, for vending, for example, for our internal users, so to say. But to be quite frank, augmented reality is in a company like SAP is difficult to find a nice solution for that one.
Yeah, I saw one actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the employee cards, when they would swipe the gate to enter their area of employment, would wirelessly hit the SAP server, find out if they're a legitimate employee, and then switch and unlock the gate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I look at that and I said, hey, there's an example.
That's a nice one, yeah. I didn't see that before.
Yeah.
So I definitely have to look at this one.
Very good. Martin, I want to thank you so much for sharing your insight with all of us today, and for those that couldn't make it to Mobile World Congress.
Kevin, thanks a lot. It was really a pleasure.
Welcome back to Barcelona, Spain, where we're spending all this week learning about mobile technology at the Mobile World Congress 2014.